Hello everybody on YouTube, this is Super Nintendo, and welcome back to another episode of the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Last time we came here to the Gerudo town and got acquainted with the chief. We also got a couple other things, we met a few other people, and we got a mission to get back the Thunder Helm from the Yiga who have stolen the Thunder Helm. We are not going to do that this episode. Instead, what we are going to do is go out and grab something very, very useful. We're gonna try to do a couple of side quests, essentially, and you are glitching. Savak! Great, you got the last of my free time with that greeting. What's the matter? I manage a shop that specializes in handmade accessories, but I've run out of flint. I need it to make my items. If I only had 10. Just 10. I would, if some kind Vi would give me 10 pieces of flint, I could offer a nice reward. I can dream all I want, though. Nothing goes that smoothly in the real world. Accessories. I use rubies, sapphires, and other gems to make accessories. Each gem type has its own power that can transfer to whoever wears it. There is nothing I can do about it without having any flint, though. I'm sorry you came all this way to see me for nothing. Well, as it just so happens, where is our minerals? There it is. We have 19 pieces of flint, so you can have our flint. I'm sorry, I won't be able to get any flint yet, so I'm not in a position to make any accessories right now. I wonder if I could make, if I'd be able to work if a kind, generous Vi would give me 10 pieces of flint, though. Here's some flint. What? You're just giving these to me? Sarcoso. Sarcoso. But I can't take all this from you with just a Sarcoso. We hardly even know each other, and you've been so nice to me. The shop's been closed for so long, I hardly have any inventory. Ah, of course. Now that I have some flint, I can just make a jeweled accessory for you, if you're interested. Okay, so Ruby basically protects you from the cold, Sapphire protects you from the heat, and Topaz protects us from electricity. We already have pieces of clothing that give us these effects, but we do not have anything at the current time that protects us from electricity, so I'm gonna go with Topaz. Topaz has the power to grant electricity resistance, so you like Topaz earrings? Yes, please. Teehee, I thought you might pick that one. Please just give me a moment. Brand new, especially for you. I think they turned out well. Thanks to you, I got the shop running again, so if you ever need an accessory, please just come by for a special discount. Just don't tell any of my other customers, okay? Oh, I'm gonna tell everybody. Okay, now that we have that all taken care of, we are gonna go see if we can go find that 8th heroine. And of course, first I want to talk to this lady here. Savak. This is the northwest gate of Gerudo Town. We caution all travelers to avoid the sandstorms. If you're caught in a sandstorm, you'll lose your way. Even us Gerudo have trouble navigating them. The danger of the sandstorms makes the desert the perfect hiding place for thieving bandits and priceless treasures. Treasures? Having said that, I really don't know about the details either. There are statues of swordswomen scattered across the desert. They are remnants of ages long past. People talk about the statues pointing to the hiding place of ancient treasure, but that's probably just superstition. Even if it were true, the sandstorms are full of dangerous monsters. I'd stay here if I were you. Goodbye. There aren't many Gerudo who would risk being caught in a sandstorm. You should keep your distance. Okay, I know I talked about it before, but I really do like just how the Gerudo are represented in this game. In previous games, they were always about as tall as Hylians. There wasn't really much to separate them, aside from, you know, their crimson hair and the fact that they are all women. But in this game, they are freaking giants. I love it. And also, the fact that they are all just freaking muscular as hell is pretty cool, too. With weird emphasis on hips. We haven't seen... I don't think we've seen a whole lot of... I think we've seen it a little bit with Riju, but, you know, like, I know girls... Women typically have, like, wide hips and stuff, but this is, like, cartoonishly so, and it's kind of funny. I really do like how this game gives, like, extra culture to the Hylians, or, not the Hylians, the Gerudo. But before we head off to the sandstorm over there, I'm gonna... You can just pay for a sand seal, but it's easier. I'm cheap. I want to keep as much of my money as possible. Alright, since it is getting very hot, we are going to equip our ice sword, our great frost blade. And this way... we can, you know, get in some practice for the sand seal. Because we are going to need some practice for it. But there is the sandstorm up ahead. Sandstorms are actually pretty dangerous, though. You know, they're basically just like tornadoes, I guess, but with sand. And, you know, sand can get in your eyes. It can make you lose a bunch of health because we don't have a whole lot of stuff to protect us from heat. Whatever. Maybe I should have done this at nighttime. But now that we are in the sandstorm, I would like to try to pull up the map and see that, yeah, when you're in a sandstorm, the maps do not work. If you're playing with the normal HUD, the mini-map does not work. In order to get out of here, we need to follow the swordswomen statues. And there should be another one. Where is it? Down here. Yep, there it is. And there's other sand seals over there, so, you know, you can find your way out of here. A delayed puzzle. Alright, I'm gonna equip this real quick, and... probably should eat something. I actually had quite a bit of trouble, like recording wise, so this is actually on my backup file. So if I have a couple of things or some things seem like out of, like different than the amount that we had before, excuse me, different from the amount we had before, that's why. And I don't even know what sound I made there. I'm gonna get rid of you. So we can get the Moonlight Scimitar. It is a weapon used by the Gerudo, which, duh. It seems a little small to be a weapon for them, though. Maybe it's like a dagger to them? I don't know. Alright, now that we got this, the sandstorm is gone, which is, very nice. And I'm going to equip our snow boots and put on our great flame blade. Sorry if you can hear that. I think one of my neighbors, just is either having their water or something. I don't know. But what we are gonna do is we are gonna climb that big ass cliff. Because we are gonna go search for the 8th heroine. And I would like to take this time while I'm climbing here to kind of talk a little bit about something that's going on behind the scenes. And it has to do with the microphone. In between one of the last episodes, this batch of episodes, starting here in 2020, I got a brand new microphone and have been trying to get used to using it because previously I used headsets with microphones built in. I basically recorded with my phone with a audio recording app. This is the first microphone I'm using that's actually not strapped to my head and is connected to a computer. So if it sounds like I'm bored or whatever, it's because I'm trying not to talk too loudly because I don't know what this microphone can and can't withstand yet. I'm actually having to record this way after the fact because of some technical difficulties. With this particular episode, I forgot which flash drive to record with because I use a capture card that records onto a flash drive directly. And I put in the wrong flash drive into my capture card. And in episode 57, another episode I'm going to have to re-record, I just had a massive freaking brain fart and spent 45 minutes just kind of aimlessly wandering around. Because, that is how we do. Looks like we're out of Rivali's Gale. keep going up. I'm so used to having the full climber's outfit. With the full climber's outfit, you can just keep doing that that jump thing really, really much for like ever. And here we are in the Gerudo Highlands. As you can see, there are quite a different breed of wildlife here. There are all these moose. I mean, there's these wolves here, which, you know, we've seen wolves. I'm gonna take these wild berries. I don't think they're useful for leveling up outfits and whatnot, but they can still come in handy. No, 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 no. Ow. Ow. Anyway, because this video is being recorded way after the fact, I actually have a way better idea of how loud I can be with this microphone. So that's why, like, this video has me talking at a much more natural way than a lot of my previous episodes, or even a couple episodes after this. I'm still having to kind of watch my volume, I guess, and it's weird. Like, trying to restrict how loud I can be is actually more taxing on my throat than it is just doing my freaking stupid voices. It's really weird. But anyway, first things first, we want to come over here, because as you can see, there is a Sheikah shrine over there. So that way we don't need to climb all the way over here whenever we want to come to the Gerudo Highlands. I really like the Sheikah shrines, the way that they're handled in this game, because not only do they serve as like a fun little puzzle for you to figure out, they also are sort of like quick travel systems, and in a world as big as this, you kind of need quick travel, you know. I've also been playing a lot of Skyrim lately, and you know, I don't know if I mentioned this in the previous episodes or not. At the time of recording this, it's actually been weeks since I've recorded Breath of the Wild. It's actually just a few days after Christmas right now. And basically, I came to realize that the fan base for this game is just filled with a bunch of assholes. And what I mean by this is, like, a good chunk of them, the ones that I've seen online anyway, seem to claim that the game is just freaking perfect. There isn't a problem with the game at all. And then, like, whenever I present, like, to them freaking glitches, like a tiger falling from the freaking sky and dying, they basically are like, oh, that's not a glitch, that's intentional. Just, come on, guys. But anyway, here's the 8th heroine. We're going to save that into our inventory, but something I want to point out is the rocks. This statue was not originally here. You can tell this by, like, the type of, like, the curvature of the rocks. This thing was not originally here. This rock here is different from the surrounding rocks. Like, the surrounding rocks are more, like, reddish. Like, kind of the same material as the 8th heroine itself, but you can tell that this thing wasn't originally here.
Rivali's gale is now ready.
What happened? How did anybody move this behemoth of a statue all the way out here? And we'll get into this in the next episode, but, where's the sword? You can see that it's, like, positioned as though it is holding a sword that is planted into the ground. And, possibly these things here are, like, little slashes in the ground. Meant to be, like, oh, somebody, like, moved the sword, but what happened? This is a real fascinating piece of, like, architecture. I got frozen. But it's real fascinating that they have this, because it really leads to a lot of theories and whatnot. Like, what happened here? But I guess that will do it for here. How about we go back and try to give that guy the picture? Come back here! So, like I said, I'm doing this on a backup file, so, like, if things are different, then that's why. Oh, thank goodness, you made it back safely. You were gone for so long, I started to fear the worst. I have to come clean. The 8th heroine is just an urban legend. It doesn't actually exist. Well, just want an excuse to get close to you, you know? I wanted to keep you engaged, so I somehow just thought something impossible to hold your interest. And as a result, I put you in harm's way. I'm a cad, and I've been so worried. I won't put you in danger anymore. From now on, I'll be your I found it. Are you trying to console me because I've been so heartsick over this? You're such a kind soul. But no need to coddle me. From now on, I'll look at this. Get a load of this. That certainly is the way it was rumored to look. That's amazing! I thought it wasn't just an old wives' tale. The 8th heroine actually exists? If the rest of the world knew about this, it would be absolute bedlam. But I won't tell anyone. Yeah, that way it'll be our little secret, right? Sort of a bonding thing. And, yeah, if it's okay, I'd like to take this opportunity to ask you... Sand boots, please. Oh, okay. Just a second, I'll take them off. We got the sand boots. Gerudo artisans modified these boots for life in the desert. Special soles distribute your weight evenly so you can maintain normal movement speed on sand. Treat them as tenderly as you would me. So you mean you want me to put my feet in them and stomp around in sand and get them all dirty? Okay. And now if you could be a lamb and return my snow boots, otherwise old Bozai is gonna be barefoot. Alright, we're done here. Boy, this would make running in sand pretty difficult, and I'm pretty tired from my jogging regimen. I think I'll park myself under the tent in front of the Gerudo town and take 5. Care to join me later? Goodbye. Huh? Aw. Goodbye. We're not done with old Bozai just yet. Next time, Maximum Woo. You came. Yay, of course. I figured you'd swing by. Yep. Do the old swing by. We didn't get a chance to spend much time together, did we? Whoosh, total whirlwind. So, wanna hang out? Oh, right. Almost every time I've ever talked to this guy, I've always had the snow boots on whenever I do this. So this is alternate dialogue. I've never actually seen this bit. I want snow boots. What? You want my snow boots too? Well, aren't we greedy? Or should I say insatiable for boots? A boot thirst that cannot be quenched. Or slacked. Of course, I'm a woman. Don't you know that women love shoes? Adorable, but listen, if I give you these, I'll have nothing for my feet. Oh man, what should I do? Think Bozai. Can't put her in a bad mood. Okay, do not blow this. Just relax and work a little verbal magic. How could I resist a request from you? No lie, you really gave me a surprise earlier, and I love surprises. Surprise me again like that. And I'll give you these snow boots as a surprise present. So let me ask this. Did you notice that the statue of the 8th heroine isn't actually holding a sword? Yes, I noticed this, but in the picture that I gave to you, or I guess showed to you, there's no way of telling this, so you are full of crap. Bubber! Quit! Pretty weird, right? 7 other heroines. They all have swords. Suspicious, you know? Which leads me to deduce that the 8th heroine must have had a sword as well. Must have. To see that such a sword actually exists, that my deduction is right, there can be no greater surprise. I'll go look for it. What? You're really going? Oh, wow, alright then. The sword would be pretty big, so it couldn't have been carried off too far. And I'm betting it's probably somewhere in the steeps of Gerudo Highlands. And the thing is, I can't lend you the snow boots this time. Just can't do it. I'm really sorry. No way a normal person can make it through the Gerudo Highlands without good snow boots. She'll probably give up halfway through and come crawling back. Fine, you win. So headstrong. I love it. I'll be waiting here, okay? If you ever need me for anything above and beyond footwear, just come to old Bozai anytime. Alright, I think that will do it for this episode. Next time on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, we're gonna go search for the sword of the 8th heroine. Alright, see you guys then.